Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on another beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And my friends, today's message is titled God's Answer to the Cry of the Broken Heart. And we shared a beautiful testimony yesterday of a wonderful woman who spent most of her life in crippling anxiety, OCD, and she was completely healed from this truth I'm about to share with you from the original religion. And we have the original writings of the very first prophet, of the very first religion, of the very first God. And my friends, it actually works. How about that? And so I'm going to share with you Asha 3 from our book in the sacred text of the Magi. Asha 3 is what our wonderful friend with that testimony said is what set her free, what healed her when it looked impossible. And so I'm going to share that with you, but I want you to first have an understanding of it, because you have to have a reason to believe, right? Otherwise, you're just hoping. Again, you go back to begging a deity in the sky or trying to cut deals, and that doesn't work. And so I want you to understand what works from these ancient texts, and then I'm going to read you Asha 3. Then you'll have understanding and reasoning, and then you can bring that truth into your life, and you'll see when the truth comes, the lie truly does disappear. And so we're going to be in Song 2. If you got your book, if you don't have this yet, it's the Gathas of Zoroaster by Winston Head. And you got to go to Blurb Books, B-L-U-R-B Books, the Gathas of Zoroaster by Winston Head. And so we're in Song 2 today. And oh my gosh, guys, it's what many hearts have felt, because we're all connected. When someone or something else suffers, we suffer. So we understand this cry of the very soul of the earth, right? Because it's our heart also. And I love it. It says, the cry and the answer, the cry of the world, the soul of the world lifts its voice. Why all of this sorrow, this hunger, this war? The rivers carry tears. The winds repeat the question. Every heart that loves feels the same ache. For the pain of one is the pain of all. Creation waits for understanding, for the tuning of the human mind back towards its source. My friends, and so this is so beautiful. So, I mean, if a child suffers, it doesn't even have to be your child. You feel the ache. When the earth gets polluted, you feel the ache. If a dog gets hit by a car, you weep for it. You want a better world, my friends. And this is the cry of everyone. Is it even possible, right? Are we just being like Pollyannas and just head in the clouds, not being reasonable? Is it really possible that we could have heaven on earth where the lion lays down with the lamb? And we did a video. I'll just refer you to it because I don't want to go into it because we have too much here. But we talked about that. Can Asha really save the world, right? Can truth really save the world? Can it make it with viruses and bacterias? And how do you actually bring heaven to earth on all levels, right? Human, animal, bacteria, viruses, disease, how does that work exactly? And we covered it all. It was very powerful. So please go back and watch that. So verse 2, we're only going to do 5 verses, but I promise you, it will change something in your perception. And perception is everything, my friends. So verse 2 says, the search for harmony. Who will hear the cry and answer with truth? Not with pity, but with perception. To see that suffering is the shadow cast by separation from Asha. Again, Asha is the Avestan word for truth. It's the very spirit of truth. You see, what's happened is words have lost their meaning. They've lost the energy, the essence of the word. So they've become empty husk. So someone can say God, but they don't hold the true image and energy and power of God in the words anymore, because they've been watered down, they've been diluted, they've been mixed, right? That's why we see a world where one person says God and they can picture a warring God, right? They can picture a God that sends sickness and disease, destroys their own children. Or you can say God, and one person sees the highest principle of good and love and life, unmixed, undefiled, undiluted. So then I love this. It says, to see that suffering is the shadow cast by separation from Asha. Asha is the perfect creator's perfect idea, only thing that could come from his perfect mind, and it's what the world really is. That's why you're always seeking for it, my friends, because you'll only be satisfied when we awaken to that. And that's what it is. I want you to see this, my friends. It's already there. That's what's real. It's what's substance. It's what came out of the good creator's good mind. And as you remove the lie and illusion with truth, my friends, you bring that light of truth, the darkness just flees, and what's left. And how does that work exactly? I think with all this new quantum science, we're starting to understand it, the simulation. You step into a new dimension. My friends, it's beautiful. And it works. We've seen this, like with the testimony we had yesterday. She thought she would never live in a good world with a free mind. And in one day, she stepped into that. How? With Asha, with truth. Do me a favor. Go to the comments right now and just start speaking truth. Watch what happens. Say Asha is. Or if you're more comfortable, just put truth is. As long as you have the spirit of it, that it's the perfect creator's perfect idea, the only thing that could come from his perfect mind. Again, we're trying to get that reason to believe, because that's the only thing that works. Attunement, alignment with reason. It says the moment thought aligns again with the good, the darkness dissolves and the wound reveals its wisdom. Are you guys loving this? Verse 3, the misalignment. If even one soul had been attuned, Asha would have rushed to meet them. My friends, it's like a cosmic law. It's that tuning fork. And if you're vibrating at the right frequency, you're a match for it. So if you're vibrating at truth, truth rushes to you, you rush to truth, you become one. It's beautiful. It says the law of harmony. This is law, guys. The law of harmony waits for a willing heart. The lie has power only where it is believed. Withdraw belief and it dies. So I stand ready, a tuning fork of faith, calling others into resonance. 2 more verses, guys. Here's verse 4. The question to heaven. O Mazda, cries the seeker, is there no deliverer for the lost? And heaven answers, the deliverer is born in every heart that chooses the good mind. That's Vohumana. That's what in the West here we call the Christ mind, where you and God, your love, your peace, your joy, your protection, your provision, your freedom, everything you've been searching for, you awaken to. It's already here. And we're going to remove the lie and illusion. And we're going to hold that frequency of truth, and it rushes to us. Asha. Asha is. And thus the Savior is not sent from afar, but awakened within. You already feel it starting to awaken. Are these words resonating with your heart? Okay, one more verse, and then we're going to go to Asha 3. Verse 5, the good mind revealed. Through the good mind, Vohumana, Christ mind. It's that you're not thinking from just things you've learned that you've stored in this computer of a brain, but this is the heart mind, the divine spark, the Fravashi, the God mind that is in you and is you, that is one with God. My friends, we think and speak and act from this place. Through the God mind, truth becomes thought. Thought becomes word. Word becomes world. Ooh, each pure perception is a spark of creation. Each loving act a correction of the code. My friends, a false code has been written in with false ideas and false gods and false beliefs and false stories that people have held as truth, and it's creating a world. But if we'll hold the real word, we will create a real word, and it will rush to us, and we'll rush to it, and we will be one with it. Now, I want to share you our wonderful friends, Asha 3, that she credits this tiny, look at how small that is. She credits that from decades of suffering and pain that she was healed by, from that statement and teaching. And it says, I have the mind of Christ. That's that vohumana, that God mind that we're talking about. I have it. It is me. And then the simplicity of this, my only job, I have one job here to create heaven on earth. It's to align, attune, right? That tuning fork with and hold, right? You got to hold it. That means you have to set down anger, violence, right? You always have that choice. Which one are you going to hold? That's what's rushing to you. So you make the choice. I'm not going to hold hate and anger and unforgiveness. I'm going to hold the highest frequencies. Now, here's the problem, guys. Most people reflect their gods. The world religions, man, oh, they're sneaky, right? Their gods can get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill men, women, and children, right? And so if you take that God into you, you become one with it. It is you, right? And you're holding that frequency as your truth. That's the world you've just created for yourself. So we go back to the original, the all good. Oh, I love that. And we hold it continuously in mind, the attributes of the real God: love, life, peace, joy, power, freedom. And we be those. That's how we know God. Again, when this was written, to know meant to become one with union, right? And when a man and woman would get married, the two would know each other. It's that intercourse, the two become one. You become one with God, love, peace, joy, power, freedom, and not the low frequencies. My mind is God, right? Again, it's that Christ mind, that vohumana, that divine spark. The real you is God. But my thoughts are not always God, right? Your thoughts ever go, your brain running and thinking things it shouldn't be thinking, right? But I love this part. Here's our prayer. May my thoughts align with mind. We got to let that God mind, that Christ mind be in charge and make that choice to be the love and the kindness and the beauty. My friends, if you enjoyed that, please go to the comments again. Say Asha is. You can't say it too much. My friends, think it, speak it, act it. And if you get a chance, please go to the homepage and look up that Can Asha Really Save the World? And we go deep into this also. And I think you'll love it. And I love you.